Hello everybody, I am mostly over my COVID, thank goodness, but I do have a bit of a husky voice and I might have to pause every now and then to cough, so you'll have to excuse me, but we're going to make this beautiful ankle bracelet. I've got some in a couple of other colours. This one I did a short video and it's been really popular, so I've had a lot of people ask if I can do this for a tutorial. So that's the red one that is in the video. But this one I've used clear, that sort of clear colour with the Super Duos, which is going to be really hard to show on camera. So I'm not going to do this colour. I was going to, but I'm not. I'm going to do more solid colours. There's another example of the same thing. So that's the ankle bracelet we're going to make today. You can make it, you know, any variation of colours. I have got quite a lot of these. I think I've shown them in the my announcement video, but yeah, I've got a bunch of them in different colours. So the red one is the one that everyone seemed to like in the short video, so we're going to do that but in a different colour. So I'm going to be working with these beads today, not these ones up here. You can use rondelles, you can use fire polish, you could use pearls, yeah, rondelles like these ones. As long as it's a 4mm bead, 4mm. I'm going to use these blue Howlite, like natural stones, so they're probably a bit different size to the pearls, slightly. I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to use those. And I was going to try using these little droplets on the end to match with the pink Super Duos. I thought they'd look really nice. So I'm going to kind of experiment, but it will be exactly the same pattern. So for whichever one you want to do. So, and I'll show you. You can either do the little picot on the end, or you can add a droplet, depending on what beads you're using. So you will definitely need some. Let's zoom in a bit so I can show you. Some Super Duos. That's what they are. And you will need some 15 seed beads. And you will need some 11 seed beads in colour of your choice. And then I've used an extra colour of the blue one here. So I'm using these array of colours because what I want to do is I'm going to put the little blue one in here where I've used gold, because then it's easier for you guys to see the pattern if I change the colour of beads. Whereas if I keep it all the same, it's going to be a lot harder to see where we're going. And with the see-through beads, yeah, it's really hard to follow. So I did try and do one of these on video, but with the clear beads is very hard to see. So yeah, like I say, I might have to stop every now and then to cough. I'll have a little sip of water because just getting over the COVID. But yeah, get your materials together and we'll thread our needles. Oh yeah, size 6 pound file line is what I've used, and a size 10 beading needle. Yeah, and that's about it really, I think. Yeah, maybe a ruler to measure how long you want it to be, or you can just measure it around your ankle. So right, yeah, get your materials together and I'll meet you back here. Okay, so I've threaded my needle with just over a wingspan of thread. I'm going to zoom in. Can we see on beads? Yep, right. So you'll also need a clasp. I'm going to use a lobster clasp. I'm only going to use one end. I won't need a clasp for the other end because I'm going to do hoops. Where's one with an extendable bit? This one. So this one I've done just with the beads, but then I've done several loops so you can be different sizes. I'll show you when we do it. So you're only going to need one, like a lobster clasp. I've used a split ring because I don't trust the normal jump rings, but you can add it afterwards if you're just using a regular jump ring. And I would advise adding it with a jump ring, because if you add it directly between your beads like I did with this one, so it's here, if it was to break, I mean if this was to break, if your lobster clasp fails, you've got to undo your bracelet to replace it. So at least this way, if your lobster clasp fails, you can replace it quite easily. So let's get on. So we're going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 there. 10 beads plus one of your super duos. And do check that they've got 2 holes, because sometimes these holes get gacked up with the coating and you can't get it through, so make sure each time that you've got two holes. Put those down. And if you're adding your lobster with a regular jump ring, you don't need to add it now, but I'm using like I say, a split ring which is closed. So, because I want it to be super secure. So I'm going to go back down through all my beads, all the way around. And then back down through the rest of them. And back out through the little duo. Like so. And then I'm going to tie a knot. Into a double knot. Don't know if you can hear the rain on the cabin roof, it's raining. Like so. And I'm going to go around one more time. Because I want that to be nice and strong, I don't want it to break. I'm going to go around one more time. Sorry. Back up. And then back through the super duo. Like so. You can cut your tail off now if you want to, or you can leave it to the end, it's up to you. So we're going to pick up 1/15-0, yeah, 1 4mm bead, 1/15-0, one of our super duos, check for 2 holes, yep, and then 2 11-0s. So you've got that combination. with a 15, a 4mm, a 15, a super duo, and 2 11-0s. That's what we're going to use every time for our top row. So we're going to do a top row and then a bottom row. And by that I mean we do a certain part of the work in this direction, and then when we get to the end we come back and do this bit. So we're doing this bit on the way across and then these tassely bits on the way back. So we're then gonna, coming out of these 2 11-0s, we're gonna come down through the bottom of the super duo. So going through the top of it, come down through the bottom, like so. So you got that. And take another one of your super duos. And come through here. So coming out of this one, I'm going to go through that one, like so. And just be careful when you've got lots of thread not to tangle up, because it is easy to get in a tangle. Right, so now we've got that. I'm going to take 1 11-0. One. And we're coming out of this super duo here. We're going to go up through this 11-0 here. And the super duo. Up through those 2. Through the 15-0 here. Just going to go all the way through these beads here. And end up coming out through the super duo, but not the 11-0s, just those. Just adjust this camera there. So we're coming out of here, out of the super duo. I'm just going to get rid of my tail. I need my thread zapper. There it is. Right, I'm just going to cut my tail off here. It's getting in my way. Come on, zapper. That's it. Right. So we're coming out of here. We're going to pick up our next set of beads. So we're going to be a 15, super duo, and a 15, and a 4mm, 15, a super duo, and 2 11-0s. So you got that. And then you want this on your needle. So the 15, duo, 15, 4mm, 15, duo, 2 11-0s. Pull them down to your work without tangling and everything out of the way. What am I doing? It's getting tangled up here. Let's untangle that. So now you've got this. Sorry if I'm not talking very loud, my throat is quite sore and dry. So you got that. And then we're gonna, coming out of the 2 11-0s, come down through this super duo. Pull that up. Like so. I'm going to pick up another duo. Check those little holes. And we're coming out of this one here. We're going to go in through the bottom of that one. Once you get used to the pattern, it gets easier. Once you've done it a few times, it'll get much easier, like so. So we're coming out of the bottom of this one now, this duo here. So we're going to pick up 1 11-0. And we're going to go up through this second 11-0 here, not the first one, the second one, like so. And you also want to go through that little 15-0 if you can get through it at the same time, like so. 1 11 and 1 15. Like so. And then we go back through the super duo, 15-0, pearl, 15-0, and back out through the duo, like so. And give that a pull. And it looks a bit complicated at first, but it's really not. It gets much easier as you go along. And we go like so. So you're coming out of the duo. So then we do the same again. 15. Super duo. 15. 4mm. 15. Duo. And 2 11s. So you've got the same again, and that's going to be what you're going to pick up each time, for the whole top row. So you're going to pick that up every time. Do that one more. Down we go, like so. So we're coming out of the 11s. Come to the bottom of this duo. Go through. Pick up another duo. Make sure you've got 2 holes in there. Coming out of this one here. Going to go through the bottom of this one here. Like so. So now coming out of the bottom of this duo, pick up 1 11-0, just one, then go up through 1. It's going to be like the one in the middle here, not the bottom one, this one here, and up through that 15 if you can. If you can't catch it at the same time, you can do it separately. So you can go through the 11 first, like so. And then you can go through the 15, duo, 15, 4mm, 15, and the duo. I missed the 15 there, look. Make sure you go through all of them, like so. I'm coming out of that duo there, and pull. And then you've got another one. So you can start to see the pattern coming together now, look. So not so hard. So again, 1, 15-0. We can catch hold of one. 1 duo. Hang on, let me check that one. Yeah. 1 duo. 1 15-0. 1 4mm. 1 15-0. 1 duo. 2 11-0s. That's what you've got on your needle. You're going to have that each time, all the way across. We're just going to, this is what we're going to do all the way across to the end now. So we're just going to keep going like that. And then we'll spin around on you a little bit, but that's alright, just get them into place. You are the boss. Right, we're coming out these 2 11s, down through the duo. Like so. Pick up, that one's broken, look. It's a funny one, Pick up a duo. One of them coming out of here to come down through this, the bottom of this one here. So if you've got any super duos left in your stash and you don't know what to do with them, this is a gorgeous ankle bracelet. Right, 1 11-0. Up through that second 11-0. One that kind of looks in the middle here. And if you can get it through the 15 as well, like so. Yep. And then down through your duo bead, your 15-0, your 4mm, the other 15-0 through the duo, but not the 11-0s. That's all you're going to do every time. Go through that one more time with you, and then just follow that all the way to the end. What does mine measure? Nine. Measures 9 inches. Yeah, 9 inches without the hoops on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you want about 20 across the top, so a count of 20 across the top. And then, like I say, we'll come back the other way and do these tassels. So we do half of it that way and half of it that way. That's really not as hard as it looks. It's really quite easy. Once you get in the rhythm, you know, you've got to get the rhythm going. So we're coming out of our super duo again. One 15-0, 1 duo, 1 15-0, 1 4mm, 1 15-0, 1 duo, and 2 11s. So again, you have this. That's what we're going to have every time. 15, duo, 15, 4mm, 15, duo, 11-0, 11-0. Every time, all the way across the top. And then our next step, coming out of the 11s, go down into that duo without adding anything, like so. Take another duo, coming out of this one here, and yes, they will spin around on you. Just spin them back in place. Coming up this one here, going through that one there. Oh, it's windy out there. And it looks funny colour. Oh no. Right, so coming up with this duo here. Gonna pick up an 11-0. Just the one. Go up through that middle one. And the 15-0. Like so. And then down all the beads except the 11s at the other end. So go through all of them except those 11s. Just coming out the duo. Right, hopefully down with the pattern now. So that's all you've got to do, that all the way across, like so. Just keep going like that. If you get lost, just rewind a bit to where you know where you were last, and refresh your memory if you get lost, and keep going until you've got the length you want, and I will meet you at the other end. And then, so we're coming out of a duo like that. So when you think you've got the length you need, just stop there when you're coming out of a duo, and I'll meet you at the other end. Okay. Okay, once you've reached your length, and we're going to make it adjustable, so it should be able to fit several sizes. Right, so what we're going to do, so coming out of our duo, we're going to go down our 11s, like so. And then add a loop. I'm going to use 15-0s. So I'm going to take, I don't know, probably about 10. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, no, 11, 12. Okay, so I've taken 15 of my 15-0 seed beads. I'm going to slide those down, and then I'm just going to go around in a loop and reinforce. So go back through the beads. Excuse me, my voice is going there. back through those beads, those 11 O's. So you're making a loop. And when we get to the very end of the project, I'll show you how to make your extra, you know, your added ones to make it extendable, so it can fit more than one size. Just go around through your beads a second time, or maybe a third time, depending how safe you feel about your thread. I think I missed a bead. Look, don't miss a bead because it'll pop out. So I have to go back. I missed a couple, look. Well, it's really important that you go through every single bead or you're going to have thread showing. So we go back where we were. Make sure you go through all the beads. And like so, you can go back around and reinforce that a couple of times if you want to. And you could yeah, go around one more time. I think I will, because whether I keep this or give it away, I still don't want it to break. So I'm going to go through it one more time, just to make sure it's nice and super secure on the loop. Going around like that until you get back to the beginning. So making sure you go through every bead. You don't want any gaps, or you will have thread showing. So just take your time, work your way through all your beads until you feel your work is secure. I like to go through it, yeah, a good 3 times. Because that's the bit that's going to get the most pressure, where your, you know, where your fastening is, and then come back down through those two beads there. So yeah, come out with those two. Like so. Then we're going to pick up 3 11 O's. Oh, my light's gone off. That's better. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3 11 O's. We're coming out with those two there. Go down through this duo, through the bottom of that duo. Like so. Then we're going to pick up 3 11s. And one of our, mine's Howlite, 4mm beads. And now at this point we can decide what we're going to do, whether we're going to use the droplets or whether you're just going to do a picot. So if you're going to do a picot, at this point you would add 3 15 O's and make your little picot at the bottom. So I'll show you how we do that. So right here you would add your 3 15 O's, and then you'd go back up through. I'm going to experiment and see what these look like. If the droplets don't look any good, we'll just do a picot. But I'm going to give it a try anyway. So I'm going to do 2 15s instead of 3. And then I'm going to use a, sorry, I'm going to use one 15, then the droplet, and then a 15. And we'll give that a try, see what it looks like. If it looks too much, I'll just do a picot. And like I say, this is an experiment. I've not tried it, but I thought it would look really cute. But I'm not sure if it's going to be too long. So then we would go back up through the Howlite, the 4mm, and back up through one seed bead, just the one. And if you haven't got any droplets at this point, yeah, just add 3 of your 15 seed beads. What's that going to look like? Is it going to look alright or not? Or is it going to be too much? No, I think that's going to look really pretty, to be honest. As long as they sit straight. Yeah, I think that would look quite pretty. Like that. But like I say, if you don't have any of those little drops, I don't know if it's going to be too much, you know. We should just do the seed bead. On the bottom. Because if you do a little picot, it will just look like that, look. See the 3 little beads on the bottom? You just have to make sure the middle one sits correctly. So you can just do a little picot at this point if you don't have the droplets. I'm going to give it a go anyway and see what it looks like. So take 2 more of the 11 2 more 11 and bring those down. And we're going to go through this one here. Through there. And pull. I actually think that looks really cute. It's not going to be too long, is it? Let's give it a go. See how it maps out anyway. Right, so then we want to pick up 2 11 Sweet, zoom in a bit. 2 11 and go up 1 of your 11 here. Oh no, I can't like that. Right, and this time I'm going to pick up a different colour. You can keep it the same colour if you want to, but I'm just doing it so that it's easier for you to see the pattern. So I'm going to pick up 1 of the blue 11 and go through that one there. Like so. And I'm going to add 2 more 11 I'm going to go, coming out of here, I'm going to go down through the duo, like so. And I'm going to pick up 3 11 1, 2, 3. One of my 4mm Howlite beads, and then I'm going to pick up 1 15 1 droplet, and 1 15 But if you don't have the droplets, like I say, just add 3 of your 15 and make a little picot, and that will work just as well. So bring those down. and then go back up through the 4mm and one of your 11 O's, like so. And whether you've got a picot or your droplet, make sure they sit correctly before you tighten everything up. So we're coming out of this 11O here. So our thread's coming out of. Going to add two 11Os. Two 11Os and go back through that super geo there. And that'll complete that little dangle. There you go, like so. Got two little dangles now. Oh, I quite like it with the droplets. It's longer, but I quite like that. Right, so that's the second one on. So it should look like that. Or if you've got if you've only got 15 O's, like that, with the little picots here. So again, we're now coming out of the duo. Going to pick up two 11s. And I'm going to go up through that first 11O on the side there. Like so. And we're coming out of that seed bead there, that 11O. Going to bridge this gap. I'm going to do it with the blue. Going through that next seed bead. So you're just bridging that little gap across that little triangle of three. Like so. You can see the pattern there. Let's do that again. So we're now coming out of that silver seed bead look. We'll pick up one, two 11Os. And go down through that next duo. Like so. Then we'll pick up three 11s. Blue Howlite. 15. A droplet. And a 15. Like so. And I'm going to pull mine down to my work. Or your 3 15Os and make your picot. So whether you've got your droplet or 3 15Os, go back up through your 4mm and one 11O, just one. Try and keep your work all nice and close together so it pulls up nicely. And then yeah, make sure everything's sitting straight. And we're coming out of this bead, this 11O here. Take two more 11Os. And then go back through that super duo, But all this lot's coming out of through the opposite side, this way, and complete that sort of little V. There we go, like so. You can see now the pattern really coming together. How pretty does that look? I actually quite like that with the droplets. Looks really pretty. I don't know why something makes me think bubblegum with those colours. Maybe there was a bubblegum wrapper this colour when I was a child or something. It's making me think of bubblegum. Or candy necklace, candy bracelet. Don't know if anyone had them when they were kids. Those candy bracelets. Right, so one more time, because this is what we're going to do all the way to the other end. 2 of your seed beads coming out of this duo here, go up through the first seed bead, like so. Pick up another 11-0. I'm doing mine in a different colour. 1, because I like it, and 2, it makes the pattern much easier for you guys to see. So coming out of this seed bead here, I want to jump across and bridge that gap in this little triangle of 3. So going from here straight across to that next one. Oops. Like so. Bridge that gap. Like so. And then you have another set. Like so. So do it with you one more time. And then we're going to just do that all the way across. Whether you've got a picot or whether you've got the droplets. Either one. You might just do your 3 seed beads there instead of this. Just the 3 if you haven't got drops. I got these in a sale and they was literally £1 or something ridiculous from the closing down, and I bought 3 or 4 bags in different colour and didn't have any idea what I was going to do with them. But I think they work really nice on here. I think that looks really pretty. That would be nice on the ankle as well. Right, let's do it one more time. And if you get lost, you can just go back and re-watch. So we pick up 2, and each time it's going to be exactly the same every time. Pick up 2 of your seed beads. You're coming out through that 11-0 there. Go down through the duo. Like so. Pick up 3 11-0s. One of your 4mm beads. Mine's a blue Howlite. And then either 3 15-0s for your picot, or 1 15-0, 1 droplet, and 1 15-0, depending obviously on what beads you've got. So we're going to pull those down. Going to leave our 3 bottom beads, whatever they may be. Go back up through your 4mm and 1 11-0, like so. Oh, the work we're going to start on the extension. Our neighbour's having an extension. They're going to start using noisy tools now every time. Right, so we're coming out of this one here. Pick up 2 more 11s. all your work's coming out of that side of the duo, look. The thread's coming out of this 11. So go back in through the opposite side of the duo to complete that little triangle, for want of a better word, V, little V shape, that's it. And there you are, back to the beginning of that pattern again. So get down with that, or shall I show you one more time? I just don't really want to do it without man making a lot of noise. Okay, so 2 11s, up through that one, nearest one in the alternative colour, through those 2, 2 more 11s, down through the duo, 3 11s, a 4 mil, and your 3 bottom beads, whether they're all the seed beads or whether you've got a droplet. There's going to be 3 either way. Bring those down to your work. Skip the last 3 beads, the bottom 3, whichever you may be using. Up through the 11, through the 4 mil and the 11, and pull back up, making sure that's all nice and tight. Sitting where it should be. And then you're coming out with that 11-0, pick up 2 11-0s, coming up this side of the duo, go back in through the opposite side, completing that little V shape. There you go, and then you're ready to go again, just like that. Super easy, looks super complicated, but once you actually get the hang of that, it's super easy. And how pretty does that look? I really quite like it with the droplets actually. Really nice, very pretty. Right, so keep going like that. Or maybe you've just got a picot on yours. Either way, I think they both look gorgeous. So keep going to the end and I'll meet you when you get to the end here. I'll meet you on the last one. I'll come do the last one with you and show you what we do at the end. And then we'll add the extenders so it can fit more than one size. Okay, so just keep going like that. If you get lost, like I say, just go back a step, you know, and then that's why I put the separate colour in so you can clearly see where you are in the pattern. If you get lost, just go back and catch it up. And hopefully the man stopped with his power drill by the time I've got to the end, and I'll get back to you. I might even have a quick lunch break. Right guys, happy beading, and I'll see you when you get to the other end. Okay, we're on that last one. I'm tangled up now. Always happens. Right, last one. Go down. Skip your 3. Up the 1. Two, through there, and then pick up 2 11s, through that one, and that's it. Your bracelet is finished. Now all you've got to do is tie off your thread. So that's the end. So what I'm going to do is give my thread in and tie some knots. Just trying to see which. Yeah. Going through the 11 and through that duo. And at this point I'm going to tie a knot here. So go under the thread bridge. And tie a knot. Whoa, do not tangle up. Now at this point you could choose to go back up and reinforce your beads around this end one more time, or you could go this way and make some knots. I'm going to make my way up here. Or maybe it's going to be too tight, I don't know, we'll see. I did go through it 3 times already, so yeah. And then what I'll do is just make a knot here. And you can go through and make a few more knots if you'd like to. You know, just keep going along like that. Make some knots as you go. And do that as many times as you want to. Just make sure that after you've tied your knot, you bring your thread away from the knot before you tie it or get it with your zapper. And that is it. Bracelet done. And to make the extension, so you can just clip this. I'll probably use the 15-0s because they're just nice and small and they fit in there lovely like that. So you don't actually need anything else. But if you wanted to make it so it could fit anybody and be a bit more universal, just take another 15 of your size 15-0s. Nine, 10. Let's just try and get some in a row. A few, 11, 12, 13, 14, or more. One more will do, that'll do. So what we do is just take, say 15, 16 of your size 15 OC beads, and just go to your loop end, go through it like that. Take your beads, tie a little knot. Come in frame, I like you. Tie a little knot like that. Tie it again. And then just run through all those beads a second time to reinforce. So you just go all the way around, keep going all the way around, tie another knot, reinforce, and then you've got your extension. So then I'll come around a second time, and then I'll knot it again. I could have actually done with a few more beads, to be honest. One's a bit small, but that's absolutely fine. And then you can go through a few beads, tie a few knots. And then cut your thread off. For the purpose of the video though, I'm just going to cut it off there because I don't actually need an extension on this one because I'm probably going to keep it. It just depends, you might want to make one smaller or larger. You can actually measure the person's ankle, whether it's for yourself, and make it exact, or yeah, like I say, you can make extra little hoops like this. If you don't know someone's size, just make some extra hoops, and that way they can add it to the first one or the second one. You can make 3 or 4. I made one for my daughter and I wasn't sure how big it needed to be because she's definitely got a little bit thicker ankles than me, so I made extensions, and I made for a couple of people and they said, oh, it's too small, or you know, so I made them with extensions so that they'll fit anyone. Yeah, that is it really. That's all there is to it. Look, hopefully you made it to the end. So we'll zoom out, and there you have your beautiful ankle bracelet. You know, once that's on, that's going to look really pretty. I'll see if I can get a picture of it on. Beautiful, lovely. I love it. I love the colours. It's very bubblegum. I suppose the pink is a kind of a bubblegum pink in itself. But yeah, gorgeous, lovely. There you go. And yeah, you can do it in the one with the little picot or the one with the droplets, either one. You know, you can do them any colour you like. You could do the red one. That was the one that was so popular with the short video. And that one, look, has got actually fire polish. So you can do it with fire polish beads. You could do it with rondelles, pearls, and these ones are natural stone howlite beads. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Happy beading. Stay creative. There you go. One ankle bracelet. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope that was all clear. And yeah, bye for now. Have a great day. Hopefully by the time I see you all again, I won't have such a husky voice. And I'll be over this COVID a bit more. So yeah, bye for now. Bye everybody.